Hi everyone, in this video on statistics with Google Sheets, we're going to learn how to find all of our fundamental or essential univariate statistics. And you can see some titles that I've highlighted throughout this page already. We'll be seeing how to find the number of values inside a list of data, the minimum value, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, the maximum value. We'll be seeing how to find the range, interquartile range, standard deviation, as well as the mean and the mode. So let's get started. In the column that I have on the far left-hand side here, so that's column A, I've listed a bunch of grades obtained out of 20. And so the first thing I want to know really is how many grades are there in this list? And so that's the number of values that I have right here. So in the cell underneath that, to figure out how many grades there are in my list or how many bits of data we have, I go ahead and type equals to, followed by count. And so that's the count function. And so you can see I've got a list of functions here, but the first one, count, tells us the number of numerical values there are in a data set. So I click on that, it opens up a pair of parentheses for me, and all I have to do now is select the data, like I'm doing right now. Once I've selected it, I close the parentheses, and I click on Enter. And we're done. So there are 16 values in this list of data. Or in context, there were 16 students sitting that test. I carry on. Let's see how to find the minimum value in that list of data. So under the title minimum, I type equals to, followed by MIN for minimum. And I can see that function's popped up here. That's the one right here. And so I click on that. It opens up a pair of parentheses. And so I select all the data again. There we go. I close the pair of parentheses and I type enter. And there we have it. So the smallest or minimum value in our list is 0. I carry on and I look for the lower quartile. Now the lower quartile, remember, is often referred to as the first quartile. And the word first should make you think of the number 1, and that's going to become important in just a second or two. So for lower quartile, I type equals to, followed by quartile, and I can see the function pops up right here, quartile, so I click on that, it opens up a pair of parentheses, and once more I select all of my data. There we go. But now, because I want the lower quartile, which remember is the first quartile, I need to type comma followed by 1 to indicate that we're dealing with the first quartile. Once that's done, I close the pair of parentheses and I type enter. And there we go. The lower quartile for this list of data is 8. I carry on underneath the median title. I'll go ahead and find the median from our list of data. And so I type equals to, followed by median. And now here we can see that Google Sheets is making a suggestion. Indeed, it's suggesting that we find the median of the two cells that it's highlighted with dashed orange lines. And although at times Google Sheets is very good at predicting what we want, we still need to be careful. Indeed, in this case, we're not interested in finding the median value of the two cells that it's highlighted. We want the median value of the list of data that we started off with. So in this case, I don't select the first one, I select median, and I click on that. It opens up a pair of parentheses and I select all of the data and I close the pair of parentheses and I click on enter. There we go. I can now see that the median value is 12. I carry on for the upper quartile, which is often thought of as the third quartile, so the number will be 3. And so I type equals to quartile and I can see the functions popped up here. There we go. So I select it. It opens up a pair of parentheses again and I select all of my data. And since the upper quartile is the third quartile, I type comma 3 and I close the parentheses and I click on enter. And there we go. The upper quartile is 16.5. I carry on. And now for the maximum value, all I have to do is type equals to max. And again, Google Sheets is making a suggestion that I'm not interested in. So I select the max function underneath that. So I click on it and I then select all of the data. I close the parentheses and enter. And there we go. The maximum value or the maximum score out of 20 obtained is 19. Now let me point out that these 5 values, so minimum, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum value, are the values we would need to create a box plot. So do keep that in mind. That being said though, I carry on and I now look into the measures of dispersion we have here. So for the range, remember that the range is equal to the maximum value minus the minimum value in our data. And so I go ahead and type equals to, and I then select the cell that contains the maximum value. So that's the cell I4 right here. Next, I take away from that, so I subtract the value that's in the cell containing the minimum value, so that's E4. And so we see that we have I4 minus E4, and we click on Enter. And we're done. The range is equal to 19, as it should be, since it's equal to 19 minus 0. Now for the interquartile range, well, the interquartile range is equal to the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So I'll go ahead and type equals to, I select the cell with the upper quartile, that's right here, so that's H4, and I subtract the cell with the lower quartile, which is right here, that's F4. And now that's done, I click on Enter. There we go, the interquartile range is 8.5. I carry on and look for the standard deviation. Now, depending on the level of your course on statistics, you may or may not have heard of the standard deviation. And so if you haven't, don't worry, you'll be learning about it at a later stage. But for those who have heard of the standard deviation, to find it, all I have to do is type equals to, followed by STDEV. So that's STDEV right here, that's the standard deviation. And so I click on that, it opens up a pair of parentheses, and I select all of the data, I close the parentheses, and I click on Enter. There we go, the standard deviation is 5.70. We're nearly there. I now show you how to find the mean of our set of data. And so for the mean, I go ahead and type equals to, and I don't type mean. Instead, in Google Sheets, I type average. So average, there we go. I select the function, I select all of the data, I close the parentheses, and I click on Enter. And there we go. The mean value is 11.6875. In fact, that's quite a lot of decimal places there, so I'll reduce that a bit. So I've selected the cell, and I'll click on this button at the top here, and I'll decrease the number of decimal places. So I click on that once, twice, and that should be good enough, 2 decimal places. Okay, I carry on to mode, and for the mode, I go ahead and type equals to mode. But careful, here for mode, there are several options, and the one I would suggest you use is the MODE.MULT. Indeed, this mode function can handle multimodal data. In other words, if there's more than just one mode in our list of data, the MODE.MULT function will list them all for us. So I would suggest you use this function most of the time. So if I click on MODE.MULT, it opens up a pair of parentheses, I select all of my data, I close the pair of parentheses, and Enter. And there we go. So we can see there's only one mode in our list of data, and that's 18. And there we have it. We now know how to find all of the essential statistical values for univariate statistics using Google Sheets. I'll finish by highlighting one last thing, and that is if I look back at my data here, we can see that it's not in any particular order. And so let's say I want to reorganize all of this data so that it appears in increasing order. Then for that, all I have to do is select or highlight all of my data, like I've just done. I then click on Data, followed by the second option, Sort Range, and I'm going to look at the first option, Sort Range by column A, and it says in parentheses A to Z. Now this can be a bit confusing because we're thinking that it's going to rearrange numbers in alphabetical order, but do know that the A to Z option also works with numbers, and it will reorganize it all in increasing order. If I were to choose the Z or Z to A option, then it would reorganize my data in decreasing order. But I like to arrange my data in increasing order, so I click on that first option, A to Z. And there we go. My data has now been reorganized in increasing order, which definitely looks more organized. And there we have it. That's it for this tutorial on statistics with Google Sheets.